Hey brothers and sisters, today I'm going to be talking about my testimony, how I came to Yahusha. And well, I just kind of grew up in Yahusha, but when I was around 2 or 3, my dad and my original mom, Amy, they broke up, and because she didn't want to be in Yahusha anymore, she wanted to have all those worldly things. And then he got together with my new mom, Therese, and they've been together ever since. So that's going well so far, I think. And then around when I was in year 2, so 7, I went up to, everything that we were in Yahusha when I was younger was all Old Covenant feasts. We were still doing those, and praise sessions. The praise sessions weren't bad, it's just that we made them religious when we were doing them. And around when I was 7, I went up to New South Wales. I just went on holidays. Went down to New South Wales, and I was just on holidays. But I ended up moving there, which was a good thing and a bad thing. But it's everything, Yahusha controls everything, so I needed that experience. That was part of his plan. And while I was down there, the first, I think, 2 years or 1 year after I'd been down there, I had friends at school, and they were just talking about, inappropriate things. At the time, I didn't even know what it was. I was young then, and so I was confused on what they were talking about. So I went onto the laptop we're still in New South Wales. I went to the laptop, and in New South Wales, this was all in sin. I was crazy when I came back up here to Queensland, but Yahusha healed me and helped me through that battle. So, yeah, it's miraculous what he can do. Back onto the other story. I went onto the laptop to search up what they were talking about. I don't remember exactly what they were talking about right now, because that was ages ago. I just remember it was inappropriate, so I went to search it up, and it took me onto inappropriate websites, like pornography. That was the only time I went on there, and yeah, that's the only time I went on there. I didn't go on there again. I didn't even know what it was. That was my first time ever seeing anything like that. I didn't know what masturbation was then, or anything like that. I didn't even know the word of it. So, and then one time, I was in the shower and doing all the things you do in the shower, and I did it, and I felt good. I didn't even know what it was. I didn't know it was called masturbation. I didn't know it was sin. So I was doing that, and then when I eventually in New South Wales learned the word, but still didn't know it was sin. But when we came up here and Chris said it was sin and it was bad, I haven't really done it since. I didn't get the chance to get addicted to it or anything, which is really good. So Yahusha's helped me with that too. So, well, I don't have that long of a testimony because...
What's deliverance like when you come up here? What's your deliverance?
Yeah, it's way better than in New South Wales. It is just boring, depressing, because I didn't have Yahusha's spirit there. But now I do, and it's wonderful having him. So, he said before, what does deliverance feel like? And then I answered it. Now he's asked, what do you want to say to the people your age? So stay away from the inappropriate websites. Don't do any of the masturbation or any of that.
Why?
Because it's bad. It's sin. And it's not you get a good feeling for what? A few seconds or something, and then it's gone. And it's even worse of a feeling than the good feeling. But in Yahusha, it's a good feeling the whole time. It's just constant good feeling if you're doing what he wants. He said, explain the torment that I was in when I first got here. Yeah, it was just in the first meeting. Revelation 12 was the first one I was here for. After I came back up from Sydney, New South Wales, and I was just glaring at Chris the whole time for the first few meetings. My behavior was disgusting there. So I'm glad I've been delivered from that, because it was terrible. That was just a constant bad feeling. Yeah, the world will, no matter what, like if anyone says, if your parents take you to get diagnosed, every single time you're going to get diagnosed because they want the money. They want you to buy meds. They want to diagnose you with stuff because it's demons. It's not real. All of it's just demons that you have to overcome. ADHD isn't real. Autism, that's what Robert got diagnosed with. But he's getting better. He's in his battle. So we can just help him. And I was diagnosed with like anger issues or something. That was stupid because I don't. Yeah, that was stupid. And yeah, it's just demons. So for the people my age, around that, stay away from gaming. It's sin, no matter what you do on it. Playing it, watching someone play it. Well, actually, they shouldn't be playing it. Just anything. Gaming is bad. It's sin. Well, it's sin. It says in Scripture, sin. He asked why. It says in Scripture, sin is. It'll take a hold of you, and I'm just surprised we didn't notice it was sin faster, because even before we knew it was sin, if you go on games once, it takes a hold of you, which is exactly what sinning does. So I'm surprised we didn't notice it before that, but we were in sin. So yeah, demons don't want to like catch each other out, like Yahusha said. They were calling him Satan. Why would he want to get rid of his own demons? That's stupid. He said, how do you know you can hear Yahusha's voice? He says something to you, and then demons obviously say the opposite. And if I'm getting confused on whether the demon is talking to me or Yahusha, I just say Yahusha, and all the demons will flee away. And then the next thing that comes to, like, the next thought is going to be Yahusha. I still check it, and it's always good, because I've said Yahusha. They don't like that. The demons hate that. And just check it with the word. Like, sometimes I'm a bit confused, and then I say it out loud, and I look at that. Like, even the small things. Like, I was going to check if the bin was emptied this morning, and I was going out, and then I got a thought saying, put your hood on, it's cold. It wasn't that cold. And keep your sunglasses on. And then, even though it's just a tiny thing, even the tiny things count with if you're listening to Yahusha or not. And then I was about to do, and then I thought, wouldn't Yahusha wants you to show that you're happy, not all emo and angry with your hood on and sunglasses? So I took them off, and you have to show people your eyes in case anyone walked past. You have to be happy. So even small things like that, you still have to listen to them. Just say it out loud, see if that's good. And yes, kids my age, just stay away from gaming and all the evil things, because it's not worth it. Come to Yahusha. If there's any parents watching this and have kids, you should, actually, parents do have kids, yeah, you should show them this and get them in the Word. You can save them and save yourself. You just have to listen to Yahusha. Do what he says. And once you actually start listening, you can say, oh, I can't hear him. But you're not listening. You're not trying to hear him. Once you try to hear him, it's so obvious, and you can hear him way easier. And the demonic thoughts, they're pretty obvious. If you're a bit confused, check it with the word, say it out loud. You can even say Yahusha. You still have to check that next thought, but they don't like that word. They'll run away from that word and then come back really quickly, but still, the next thought, it'll probably be Yahusha. If it's not, you just got to check it and make sure it's not. If you're not checking every thought, then you're going to listen to a demonic thought, an evil sin unclean thought. And, well, then you'll get consequences from Yahusha. And I don't like to use the word punishment because it seems a bit too angrily, and that Yahusha doesn't get angry at us, he gets disappointed in us for doing that. But he doesn't get angry at us because he loves us more than anyone else. So, and we have to love him more than anyone else. If we love a sister, a brother, anyone more than him, then we have to love him the most. Otherwise, we're not doing what he says. We're not doing what he wants. What I was talking about, when I woke up this morning, the alarm clock, I asked Yahusha to wake me up before I went to bed, and then woke me up. So what happened was, I asked him can you wake me up around 6? Just wake me up early enough, because he knows when. So I just asked him, wake me up early enough to get everything ready, and then I woke up and it was 6:30, which is a bit early, but he knows everything because he controls everything. So I got up then, and my showers in the morning normally take a bit longer because there's no one waiting, so I didn't need to get out faster. So, and then by the time I was finished, it was like 6:50, so that's perfect. If you ask him for help, it's not just going to be, if you're trying to open something, it's not always just he's going to give you super strength or something like that. The help that he's giving might come from someone else. He might send someone else to come out and help you. Like, I might be trying to open something and I asked him for help. Dad might come out and say, do you want some help with that? That's Yahusha helping you. So if you deny it, you've just denied the help that Yahusha sent, that you asked for. So it's not always he's giving you something, like, to open it. He might just say to someone else, can you go help him? Or whoever it is that asked him, can you go help him with that? And that's the help he's giving you. So you always have to look for things like that, the things he does. And like all the miracles he does now, it's not like, if we need to see the Red Sea splitting to believe, or something like that, then we don't truly have that belief. We need something to visibly happen, like it happened back then. Now, there's so many miracles, but you have to actually have belief to see that they're miracles. More belief than just seeing a whole Red Sea split. Like, you ask him for something and it happens, or waking you up. People can just call that coincidences, or you can believe that that's a miracle. That's what Yahusha's done. So we need more belief now in that, which is a good thing, because he can't trust us with belief if we have to see just something big happen. I mean, look at the world now. Exactly what he said in Scripture. Mark 13, I read that in one of my other videos. You should check that out. Talking about the end times, and look what's happening now. That's a miracle, but they can just call it a coincidence. Or you can have belief, and a lot of people will call it a coincidence because they're listening to demons. They're in the world, so they don't want Yahusha out there. They want it to just be a coincidence. Yeah. And other times, I just want to explain this. One morning, I was, just switched on. Yahusha said, get up, do all the chores, do this, do that. And then I was onto it. And then he said to me, don't watch any of that YouTube crap today. Watch, unless you're watching some of the videos that we've made. So I was watching Victor's 2 flirting ones that day, and Dad's testimony one. And then he said to me, because I was feeling really free, but he said to me, you can't be fully free until you admit what you've done, even if you haven't done it recently, which was masturbation. Even if I hadn't done it recently, I still had done it and hadn't said I had done it. I was still hiding that. And in Victor's revisiting flirting sin, it said once you sin and keep it, they can use that against you. You did this, you can't be free, which is true, but they say it in a rude way. You can tell Yahusha's always going to be nice, so that's why I addressed it pretty lightly, because I hadn't done it recently. It's just you have to get it off your skin. You have to get it off you before you can be fully free. Everything. You have to get all the sins out before you can be truly free. So I'm glad Yahusha pointed that out to me. He'll point everything out to you so you can make it, because he loves us all. Yeah. Oh yeah, because he said to me, I'm just talking to him. I'm still praising him and that, but I'm not always asking for him. I was just in the morning talking to him, and then he said to me that you see how you can just talk to me like a friend, because he is our friend. But in the old covenant, you could I remember what it was. So I was reading Luke chapter 5, and I remembered in chapter 1 or 2, it was Yahuwah back then, his angels went down to tell Mary about when she was going to have Yahusha, and he had to send Gabriel, which is one of the angels. He couldn't directly talk to her. But Yahusha now can just directly talk to us. He doesn't need an angel to say it for him, because he came in the flesh. There was just like a bright light before as Yahuwah. But now he's transformed into Yahusha. And he can talk to us directly as a friend, or as a shepherd, as a father. He is. And I was going to make a separate video about this, but I might just do it in this video. Like a week or so ago, I should have been onto this faster, but I wasn't listening to him. But now I am, so I was listening to a song, and then he gave me different words for it, reworded the song, and it made sense, and it showed me something. So I don't remember what the original song was, but it was, the one that he gave me was, don't you worry now, the Father's going to protect you, which is Yahusha. Yahusha's going to protect us, and we don't need to worry or stress out. And then it said it again, don't you worry now. And then he gave me the words, Yahusha's got a plan for you. So Yahusha's got a plan for us. And we were watching a thing the other night, last night, one of the videos that Chris sent in the Behavior Evolution group chat, and Dad posted them on Facebook, on the Behavior Evolution Facebook account, so all the brothers and sisters out there can see it if you're not in the group chat. And he posted what it says, and it was about, the guy in it was talking about how AI and devices are doing all this, and he said in it, he asked his students, he's a university teacher, 2 questions. Why are you alive? And what would you give your life for? What would you die for? And they were actually pretty easy to answer. For people in the world, maybe not. But if you're in Yahusha, they are. Why were you born? Well, Yahusha's got a plan for us. He wants to use us for something wonderful, and to spread the word, and I would give my life for Yahusha. So it's pretty easy. If Yahusha says, do it, then do it. It's that easy. He's got a plan for us. He wants to do something with us. He wants to use us for something, to spread his word. He said, Yahusha's giving you your life a meaning. And that's the answer I gave. He wants to use us for something, to spread his word. Well, stay away from gaming, because that's sin, and that's bad. And that's one of the major things for kids my age. Actually, the most major thing is gaming. Stay away from the masturbation and the pornography. That's bad too. And people might think, oh, the masturbation, pornography are worse than gaming, but it's really just they're both sin, so it's equal. Like in the world, you might not think of that at all. You might think, well, gaming's obviously not as bad, it's just gaming, but they're equally bad because they're both sin. Sin does the same thing. Might be different things, but it's both sin, and they're both really bad. And then if you have to admit it to be fully free, what you've done, no matter if you haven't done it recently, you haven't done gaming or anything, you still have to admit it to be free from that. Yeah, even I said to Dad about the masturbation first, alone, and then it's easier to like plan out this video and all that. You can just say it to one person first, and then make a video about it when you're ready, when Yahusha wants you to. Doesn't have to be straight away if you're not ready to do it publicly. Stay away from all those things because they're bad. Listen to Yahusha. That was the bad things. The good things now. All you have to do is listen to Yahusha, because you can ask yourself those two questions too. Why are you alive? And what would you give your life for? But for me, they were easy to answer because I love Yahusha. He loves us, and he's given me those two answers. So, yeah, why were you born? Does Yahusha want to do something with you? He does. He wants to do something with everyone, but not everyone will accept it. But any of you guys can be the people that do. The people that will make it when he comes back to the New Jerusalem. We have to take it seriously. There's not much time left. Look at what's happening in the world. World War III starting, AI. Yeah, AI is terrible. We were watching another video about how AI was making people commit suicide, which is really bad. And it surprised me, and I think Dad and Mum too, that when they were talking about the AI, it's the exact same AI that Robert uses. The Robert in the videos, you know him. We've got two Roberts. There's Robert, who's my brother, and then Rob, who's also my brother, but blood. Okay, this is confusing. There's Robert, who's 18. He uses the AI, so they got him to delete it. But it surprised me when they were talking about how that AI was making kids commit suicide. So, yeah, it's terrible what's going on in the world now, but they've done it. They chose to do that. And what they're doing, they're making the AI even more popular. It's disgusting, their behavior. So, yeah, stay away from gaming, all the inappropriate websites and everything. Gaming is probably the main thing. They're all major, but for kids my age, gaming, are just devices in general. Because I think kids don't have to have devices until they're at least 13. You want to make a video, you can ask your parents for the phone or something to make a video. You can, if you want to comment something, you can ask your parents, can I use your phone or whatever you're using to watch this to comment? Or, yeah, you can do all that if you want to. Yeah, that's basically all. Keep it, keep the radio on, basically. You're listening, say you're in the car, driving, and you keep the radio on to see if anything comes through that you like. So, same with here, but not just if you like it. Anything that Yahusha says to you, if he says anything to you, you're ready, and you're listening. So you have to be listening. Listen to Yahusha. And check every thought with the word. You can even say it out loud. See if it's bad like that. Like if you get a thought saying, I don't know, I can't really think of anything. But yeah, it says something and you say it out loud. does it sound good if you said it out loud or bad? And if you can't tell from that, check it with the word. Would Yahusha do that? Like they say, Yahusha also gave me this. They say, if whatever you're about to say or you're watching or something, would you show your grandparents that? But here, you can change it to, would Yahusha do that? If he wouldn't, don't do it. If he would, do it. We have to model ourselves off Yahusha. No, he can't be that perfect yet, but he was also in the flesh, so yeah, model ourselves after Yahusha, because check it. Check it with the word, check it saying it out loud, if it sounds good. If you can't tell from that, which you should be, but if you haven't read that much of the scripture yet, you need to start reading it, because there's not much time left if you want to get through it. Then start reading it. We need to read all of it, right, as much as we can before Yahusha comes back, because there's not much time left. Stay away from all the things. I don't want to go over it again because we've already reached half an hour. So, yeah, keep reading scripture. Not much time left, brothers and sisters. Bye.